oh my God, these guys are clowns. What are you going to do with it's a state of idiocracy around here.
Whatever purpose you need to be necessary and proper for your fellow slaves on this collective plantation.
Systematics. We won't use words like steal when we're a government body.
But welcome, friends and neighbors, boys and girls, to Jeffy's world, where truth is the way and we expose the lies. How about Kershaw County Council this week? Last meeting, they actually did something productive, something to protect the people of Kershaw County. They canceled the next 2 meetings. In other words, for at least a month, 6 weeks, the people of Kershaw County don't have to worry about getting robbed anymore, or regulated anymore, or anything. So we ought to congratulate all the members of County Council for doing that. But we should make a point that they should have done more, a lot more. They could have canceled the rest of the year and we would have taken it. Oh, it would have been wonderful. The County Council has done their dirty deed of taxing and spending, but they haven't spent their $17.6 million yet. Now, they've only spent $3.8 million on a $17.6 million bond for their economic development plan. These geniuses, as if they know what the economy needs. These geniuses that think that they can get Michelin to move in, or Cooper Tire, or Boeing, or somebody like that, by building little spec buildings all over the county and robbing and taxing us. And then, you know, if a corporation comes in here, they need places for their people to go play. So we bought swamp land down on the river, which they're planning on expanding like crazy. We bought the property up near the Liberty Hill, 120 acres up there, that have yet to be developed, not going to be developed for years and years and years. In other news, Kershaw County Council voted, remember, $29 more on every house, every piece of property to pay for this wonderful fire protection that they're going to give us. Already talking about building new fire departments. Now they're talking about expanding the water lines. Take that with a grain of salt. Al Bozard brought that up, wanting to extend it around Dobie Mill and several other areas. $1.7 million. Well, whose job is that? Is that the government's job to provide that, or does the water department put in bigger water lines as needed for growth? Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? So there's another $1.7 million that Mr. Bozard wants to spend to get water out to an area that he thinks might catch fire. For some reason he thinks that little area right there is prone to fire. Jimmy Jones brought up that the government, the county government, a number of years ago, were changing health care providers and benefits, and they had made a promise to the current employees at the time that they would be grandfathered in. Well, it turns out they weren't, and now their health care is the same as new employees, and they're not getting the benefits that they would have. Well, County Attorney Ken DeBose told them that in their employment contract, it actually says that anything that's promised today, it can be changed. You know, the old terms and conditions can be subject to change without further notice. Now, promises made by government, if you're a sane person and can think logically, the promises of government are always subject to change without further notice. Look at your Social Security. Look at welfare benefits. Look at taxation. Look at any area that you can think of that government does anything, and tell me that the subject of the terms and conditions have not changed. There's no place there is. Government promises are government lies. Government's a liar and a thief. So what Jimmy Jones wants to do is he wants the county to go back and make things right by restoring those benefits, and certainly those exact benefits would probably not be available anymore. That's probably one of the reasons that they're subject to change. We all know healthcare costs are rising and all, but he would like to get as close to that as he can. Now, don't misunderstand me. I feel for these, I think there's 21, 25, somewhere around there, people that are affected by it is what the numbers were told at the county council meeting. But knowing that their terms and conditions are subject to change without, and we see it all through the private sector. People come and go out of jobs, even while they have a job. They're told benefits are going to be this, and then they change, and healthcare costs go up, and your deductibles move around, and there's all sorts of those things now. So nobody can expect to have that level of healthcare at that particular cost forever and ever and ever, all through their career. That wasn't even, it doesn't even calculate. So I'm not sure that Jimmy is taking the right position on this. I feel almost like it's crying over spilled milk. I really feel for those people, but I feel for the people that have lost health insurance due to cost. I feel for the people that are losing their benefits that they were promised for 30 or 40 years, and all of a sudden these corporations are cutting them and all. I feel for all of them. The root causes of these we can discuss later, but as it stands, I don't think that this is a dog that will hunt, so to speak. Then we have our sheriff, new Sheriff Lee Bone, requesting or suggesting that the council look at returning the jail to the sheriff. It was given up by Sheriff DeBrule back in the 80s, and it's kind of been separated yet not separated for decades now. I've talked to Lee about this for a little bit, and I'm still, he makes some good suggestions and reasons why the jail should be consolidated, the savings, the benefits that could work out. And I would suggest anybody that's interested in it contact the sheriff and discuss those items. Those things brought more questions to me, but at this point I'm kind of neutral on it. I'm kind of leaning toward the sheriff's position, but there are fundamental questions that arise from that I might discuss in a later video. Look for that issue to come back when the council gets off of vacation. Thank God they're on vacation. I wish they'd take the rest of the year off, but I digress. Oh, and you're going to see you're going to see water tanks being garnished with these beautiful signs Al Bozard wants on the water tank of Kershaw County, the great all-American city. Did you hear that? Kershaw County is a great American city, all-American city. What kind of idiot came up with that? We're a county. Camden is a city. Elgin is a city, a town. Bethune is a bump in the road. Kershaw County is not an all-American city. And Al Bozard wants to paint this idiotic. You know what people are going to say when they see that? What the hell? Looking forward to August. Their budget is done now. Now they get work on what they can do to us next year. What they can do in the next fiscal year. So hold on to your pocketbooks, people, and look for the new fire district to come along. Now this is part of their big overall Vision 2030. Now if you hadn't seen Vision 2030, if you don't know anything about Vision 2030, you're supposed to, because they claim that a majority of people will recognize this as their vision. Now their vision, your vision I mean, is that the county taxes the youth and builds mega buildings and water parks and buys swampland and bicycle trails and sunshine and lollipops. Now, is that your vision? Wasn't my vision. Well, in the gang of three, you know, Ben Connell, Julie Burns, and Sammy Tucker, along with his three stooges, Al, David, and Tom, they're going to push this vision right down your throat. And there's not much you can do about it. They don't care what you're going to tell. You can come in there and whine all you want. Of course, the meeting's at 5:30, and you're not off of work because you're too busy paying the taxes to build these damn things. So, you know, sunshine and lollipops is okay if you can make it to the water park between the hours of 8 and 6 on Saturday, where you can participate in the Swamp Fest and mosquito swarming contest. Oh my God, these guys are clowns. What are you going to do with it's a state of idiocracy around here. These people don't care. They got a vision out of some socialist program out of the Council of Governments, and they're going to go. They think they're building utopia when everybody out here is broke. I don't know, people. You ought to call these people and tell them something. Be nice about it. But tell them this vision is not your vision. Quit visioning for me. Quit stealing from me. Massa, please. Massa, please leave me alone. Jeff Maddox. Good day.